Real quick, real quick video. It's not gonna be a long video at all. But it's the truth of not feeling good enough. And the truth about that situation is if you feel that your superiors or other people around you, your coworkers or whatever, your friends are better than you at certain things and it makes you feel a certain type of way. Like Rich Homie Quan said, you know what I'm saying? This car I'm driving make them feel some type of way. And that's a true feeling. But the thing is, from that underdog position, all you need to do is learn and reenact. Copying is not a thing when we're all connected in the same group. So if we homies, it's nothing for you to do the same thing, same exact thing that I'm doing to accumulate the same results. That's actually the cheat code to life. So what you want to do if you feel like you're that dude that's not good enough, that's always, lacking, you holding the team back, figure out who's the best person on that team, who's the greatest. Do some scouting. Who's the best on this team and be honest with yourself. Don't keep having that ego block to where you sitting there saying I'm the best on this team. And it's like, no, you're not the best. Realize what's the truth. He's the best on the team. Okay, what makes him the best? The way his movement is. You know what I'm saying? He's always in the right spot. If he's not in the right spot, he'll correct himself and go find the right spot. Even if it doesn't benefit him, he's always willing to to give out what the best advice for overall everybody, you know, team player, super helpful. Like you can really track the attributes of the best player and figure out why they're considered the best. Then your job now is to emulate those. See, you stuck. A lot of people get stuck in feeling not good enough because you're not emulating what's great. And if you have if you're in that position, maybe you might think, let me not go from 0 to 100. Instead, let me go to 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, to 2 to 3. And you maybe think you don't deserve to get that much better. Like just because you at the beginning stage and this person is a Hall of Fame All-Star, you may feel like I don't deserve all of that because I'm just here. But no, you have to go for all of that to get somewhere. You really do yourself a disservice by knowing the maximum achievements in life and then striving for anything lesser than that. So that's why they saying social media is ruining us. The internet messed everything up and all. It's because the internet brought you everybody who wanted to put their content on there. So at any given moment, the stuff that you think is big, you can go on the internet and find somebody who don't think that's big. Find someone who's achieved a level of success in their life who think that your biggest goal is too small. So the internet has exposed us to everybody achieving great things. Then you got the lower side of the internet, which is trolls, comedy, all of just it's just the lower side, which is just basic level stuff. But the up on the up and the up and the upper side, you got millionaires, you got multi-millionaires, you got billionaires, you got multi-billionaires, you got people who's exposing this success to you. Um, and it's for you to go achieve great things or emulate the same exact components that they represent, right? Emulate the same components that they represent so you can achieve the same achievements, so you can get the same deals. Um, So that's the only thing. That's the only thing I see um, holding people stuck. So what you want to do is find whoever it is in your friend group. If you playing, I play 2K, I play Call of Duty, and this could go with anybody. Like I'm playing 2K. My boy Dijon, I'm always on his head, right? And it seemed like I'm on his head. That's because I know I'm great at this game. I know I'm great at what I do, right? And when I see what you do versus what I would do, and I'm great, it gives me the incentive to throw pointers out there to say, you should do this. Oh, go do this. Well, you know, I'm not really intrigued into why you would do what you would do at your skill level because I know I've grown and what I would do at my skill level. So I'd rather just give you my skill level because I've went through all of that pain. I went through all of that hurt. I went through all of that struggle to get better, to grow myself and build. So I'd rather just pass it straight to you so you can already be built. You don't have to build, figure it out, think. You don't have to do none of that. I can just give you straight game. So the game plan for you at the bottom, wishing to raise up to the top, or if you feeling like you're not good enough, is just to emulate the best person. Emulate the best person. Even if you're not good enough to emulate the best person yet, emulate the best person. Do what the best person does. Don't keep staying in the cycle of doing what you do. The habit of doing what you do is gonna keep you the same person that you are. Emulate that greatness. Kobe. Who did Kobe emulate? The nigga whose shoes is still selling out 26 years later. The nigga who had all the scoring titles, all the most championships, the most excitement, the most commercials, brand deals, or TV shows, movies. He emulated that nigga. Knock all that down because that's old school and new school. Like I was saying on that previous video about pimping, go check it out. The previous live. So if you go into my page, you go to the video tabs. Those are clips that I upload. But then it's another tab that say live, and all of these right here with the camera, you know, give you that dreams perspective. They're gonna be under that column. But after Kobe emulated, did all the greatness that he did, emulating Jordan and figuring out his own shake to it, it landed him his own legacy. It left him with his own. It left him with his own legacy, bro. He has his own legacy of how many points he scored, the most points he scored in the game. Um, Papa Bear knocked out. Um, so from him emulating greatness, it left him a legacy of his own legacy of what he scored and what he did, and now we consider him great. He emulated greatness. He emulated great, and he became great in the process. The legacy that he left is great. Can't take it away from him. And you can't erase that knowledge that he went through. You can't erase all of that hard work and skill that he did to emulate great. That's the cheat code. When you do all of this stuff to emulate great, it's not going to be easy. But if you can actually do it and pull it through and figure it out and push through it and not give up, you're going to be fucking great. It's going to be hard as hell to do what great people did. So what's popping in my head right now is I don't know the quote exactly, but the quote say never feel a great man's shoes and never walk in a great man's shoes or something like that. But why not? Why wouldn't I want to be great? To be the top chief of whatever academy, if you did 100 push-ups in a row, 100 burpees, 100, why wouldn't I want to achieve or be great enough to do that same thing, that same amount of skill? If you bench pressing 500 pounds, why wouldn't I want to build my muscle mass to where I can bench 500 pounds? Emulating great, what I'm pointing to with those stories is emulating great is never gonna get you a loss in life. You never gonna lose emulating great. Even if you lose the making the team or whatever the little small thing is at the time, you you win over time by becoming the great person that you become. It's not about what you're doing at the job. It's who are you becoming at the job. It's not about what you're doing at the job. It's about the person that the job is making you become. Is the job making you become a greater person, a stand up, honest person, a accountable person, a person that tells the truth, who's on time, who's who doesn't make excuses, you know? So it's not about what job you're doing. McDonald's, you be working at McDonald's. It's about what the job is making you become. I had a manager one time, a little story time real quick. I had a manager at McDonald's when I was working. I was like fresh out of high school, not fresh out of high school. I went to college, semester, came back. So I was 19, 20 years old. I got a job at McDonald's. I was doing good because I had one goal to get a car. 3 months into working at McDonald's, my sister gave me the car she was given from my great grandma. She gave it to me so I can ride around, use it so I can, as a car. She gave it to me. Goal accomplished. I've already accomplished my goal that for what I got the job for. I got the job so I can get me a car. 3 months in, I manifested me a car. Now I didn't have a goal. And at that time, I'm working so many hours because I did have a goal before. But now instantly, I'm rid of my goal and I didn't make a new goal at the time. So now I'm just in this position of getting a lot of money at the job with my hours and my dedication and my hard work. And I'm asking people, if you got off days, my thing was, if anybody got an off day that you want, let me know because I'll take over your shift and you can have any off day you want. So, so I have no goal now. I was becoming a stand up, honest person, trustworthy, because I know at the end of my hard work, I'm about to have a car, the car that I want. Then I got gifted a car, sped up my goal, manifested. Then I just started seeing the opportunity for money. I didn't have no goal. So I was working at McDonald's and the cups is stacked up, the cups is stacked up in front of us. And people will come and get the 99-cent drink for a large. I start taking the $1 bills and sliding them in my pocket. And then I would give them a cup. Fast forward a month, two, whatever, on and off, not just consistently taking all of everything, but slick, thinking I'm doing it slick or whatever, right? Then I eventually got fired over nothing. Like a homeless person came in. Really the same thing, right? A homeless person came in. It was an old caramel frap that we had that nobody claimed. So it was just sitting there, but it melted down, and the whipped cream was going down. It was a caramel frap, but it was just sitting there. It sat there for about 2, 3 minutes, and it was just going down. A homeless person came in and they said, can I get a cup, a water cup? So I said, yeah. I gave him a water cup. And me just cleaning off the desk and getting rid of it, seeing this old frap sitting there, I said, you want this caramel frap? It's kind of old. It's been sitting here for a little minute, but if you want it, you can have it. And they said, oh, thank you, man. And they took it and they, got their water cup and they took the old frap that nobody claimed and they left. My manager came right out. She came right out immediately. You just gave away that frap? I said, yeah, it was old. Nobody wanted it. Nobody claimed it. It's been sitting here for like 3, 4 minutes. It's old. I just gave it to him. I let him have it as a homeless person. I just let him have it. She said, you can't do that. She said, if you if it's old or anything, you're supposed to throw it in the trash right here. You're not supposed to give away free things. Okay. Okay. So I said, okay. Then she wrote me up over that. Okay. And instantly my whole passion changed because I had good intentions for myself. I had great passion. I was just working hard. But who I was becoming at the job after I received the goal that I was working hard for, it changed. I was becoming a different person. I was wanting money and not doing it an honest way. I was doing it an honest way, but on top of the honest way, I'm giving y'all too much sauce right now. I'm giving, and that's why you be like, oh man, them corporate people, they be doing the same thing. I was working hella hard in an honest way, and then I found a way to get more money, a little bit on the not honest way, right? You know what I'm saying? On the other side, if this the honest way, whatever the other scale was, I was getting money over there too. So who I was becoming was changing, and it shows from the people around you. So that's why they say when people get money, they change. That's true. That's true. Because now who I'm becoming from trying to get the money is different from who I'm becoming when I have the money. So from when I'm trying to get the money, I'm nice or I'm snaky. I'm appreciative and I'm thankful. I'm taking over shifts. I'm super helpful. I'm honest. I'm always there. I'm supportive. But now when I get the money, I might not want to take over them shifts. You might be like, "Oh, can you hook me up on a Saturday, bro?" And I might be like, "Nah, I'm busy Saturday." So the same people who was around me before I got the money, they get to experience me after I got the money and see like he don't want to take my shift no more. And everybody accredit that too. Like I ain't the same person no more. I ain't the same janitor I used to be. That's true. But that don't mean people can't feel how the change is happening. That don't mean it's not a change happening. You have to acknowledge that it's a change happening. So I didn't want to take those shifts no more. I wanted my the little hours that she was giving me. I was always fighting more. Like, man, I need more hours than this. What's this? What's this? I need more hours. Dun, dun, dun. Then all of a sudden she'd give me 1, 2, 3, 4 days out the week, and I'll just do them 4 days. I didn't want 5 days. I didn't want 6 or 7 days. She gave me 2 days out of the week, 4 hour schedule. So for a whole week, I was gonna work 8 hours in total. And I worked that 8 hours too and didn't even say nothing. I was just like, yeah. That was my hiring manager, the schedule. And then the overall supervisor, I forgot his name, Asian dude, good dude. He seen who I was becoming, bro. He seen I went from super enthusiastic to not even wanting to be there. And so he didn't fire me. He didn't make it nothing harsh to make me have a record and say you got fired from your last. Like he didn't make nothing harsh. He just gave me an easy way out. Like I see you got other things you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just go ahead. Like the hours are getting short. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going ahead, let you go ahead, do what you want to do. That's how it kind of he told me. Like he didn't tell me like, oh, you're fired, or I'm gonna lay you off. Or it was just kind of like, go figure out what you really want to do out here. All of that came down from who I was becoming. And I thank that because you got rare good people like that Asian supervisor I had. Super rare people who can realize something about you and point you to the right direction, even if it doesn't benefit them. Most people have you around to benefit them, even if it's hurting you. They'll have you around. That's what slavery is. That's what slaves is. They'll have you around to benefit them, even if you're unhappy, unhappily emotional, unstable emotional, unfit. You can just be unhappy on all ends of the scale, and they will still encourage you, suggest, and keep you around with all of those tactics, keep you around while hurting yourself because it's beneficial to them. So, nah, if you feeling like you're not good enough, imitate the top dogs, become better. If you're in a position where it's like a slavery type deal, like we were just talking, and the way you'll figure that out is if you try to imitate the top dogs and they tell you like, nah, you can't do that. Chill out. Stay humble. If you imitate the same stuff the top dogs is doing, and they tell you you can't do it, reevaluate your reevaluate your situation, bro. That's some slavery shit. Because at that point, you can realize that the position that you're in is hurting you, is holding you back, but also the position you in is hella beneficial to the company, so it makes them money. That's slavery, dog. Any position you in should always have room for improvement. Any position you in should always have room for improvement. There's no way they should want to just hold you down to this one. And when you try to get better and try to raise and go higher, they say, nah, we just want you right here. That's when it's time to go.